I actually waited.
I waited that time, and they didn't do anything. So there you go. Hi everybody, welcome. We are on another episode, Random Encounter. We have just involved this lot in a bit of a big old scrap with a rather unpleasant and horrible creature, which, to be fair, you guys took down relatively easily. I think the thing with this creature was it was being one creature on its own, you can always gang up on it and do a lot to it. But what it could do to you guys with a single action was obviously quite extreme, and some of you guys got taken quite heavily down. That, we have discovered, is not enough to level this lot up. So they've been sat here going, I've been saying, you really need to write your next level characters, because otherwise, you know, you might level up at some point, and they're still not quite there.
Not our fault.
Not your fault, not anybody's fault. But yes, you have you've just dealt with Volluk Azrine, one of the main sort of people that you've heard about already, and various other bits and pieces, as JJ had already mentioned in the previous sort of episode. This is the guy that you found out so much about on the other side of the building. You know, that you sort of found out loads and loads of stuff about him. And yeah, you have encountered this creature and what he did to himself to sort of stay here and keep working on Belcora's grand plan. You are more and more aware now that there is something going on here, and Belcora does still seem to be alive. But the big thing in all of this, in every last bit of this, was that there was a scream to the east of the room you've just been in, not where the poltergeist was, just to clear that one up. So, the room that they've just been in. So, we're not going to do too much, you know, extra chatting at the beginning here. We're going to go more or less straight into this one. Just so that we can finish at a reasonable time, really. And yeah, we will get back onto the map. So let's put that map back up. Let's get some slightly different music. We won't go for the weird the weird music that we just got. We'll put on something a little bit.
Right. We've got some dented people here.
You do.
Yes.
That is definitely true. In addition to that, there is also a large number of objects that you can see arranged on the desk that he was working at. But for the purpose of sorting things out, Phelan, as you will, work out what spells you're going to spend, what bit of.
Okay, so I'm going to drop a first level heal as 2 actions on each of Neffy and Mosron. Which means 12 for Neffy.
Thank you.
And 12 for Mosron.
Appreciate.
And then we're going to take 10 minutes out to bandage Invar. Because I've not bandaged Invar recently.
No. I try not to get to a situation where I need it.
Which is 8 hit points for Invar.
Thank you.
Okay. So a couple of people patched up. Yep. So yes, with a little bit of detecting of the magics, you do notice, Neffy, that there is magic in this room, and with a slow but careful process of elimination, you find a number of things on the desk which are of interest to you. First thing first, the non-magical stuff. Let's go with the non-magical things. You do find here blueprints for the top 3 levels of the Abomination Vaults, including all secret doors. So we'll do that one probably out of character a little bit, in a later thing, and I will show you guys around where you might have missed some secret doors, and then you can decide what you want to do with that information, if you want to go back or not. But for the time being, I'm pretty certain actually you found most of them anyway, so not a big problem. You then also find 3 magic scrolls. Okay. So magic scrolls, relatively simple. Again, they can be identified just with the various checks and balances. So we will do the first one. I generally speaking like you guys to roll these. It's just a little bit easier on me, and it's a bit more interesting for you as well. Or at least I've changed to that decision. I think it's a better one. I think letting you guys roll rather than me going, yes, you've identified it, and you got no idea what happened. So you can identify with any of the following skills: arcane, nature, occultism, and religion. You must be at least trained in those. Sometimes some of the DCs for each thing are higher or lower, but I'm not going to tell you that. I just want you to pick. Okay. So, we'll go through.
20 on occultism.
20 on occultism. And anybody else?
14 on occultism.
Total.
Okay.
Ugh. It's 15 on Arcana.
Okay, and
31 on nature. Where was this?
My occultism was 29.
okay. So right, we have an occultism check and a nature check, which identified it, which is quite funny because nature is actually one of the ones where the DC for this spell was higher. So there you go. So the first thing you have found is a scroll of comprehend language as a spell. Okay, so that's your first one. Okay.
Can I just clarify with the scroll? Is it just like a one-use?
It is indeed. It's a one shot. Allows you to cast the spell once. Okay. We have another scroll number 2. Again, roll the same rolls. Just let me know what results you get.
No.
Sorry, what was that rolling?
Just another identified roll. So again, occultism or
17 and oh god, I've already forgotten the number out. Oh Jesus. 7 for 24.
Okay.
13 nature this time.
Okay, so only Inver gets this one. I don't entirely understand why, but you have identified that it is a scroll of paralyze.
Okay.
Okay, and we have one more scroll in amongst all of this lot. So again, nice simple rolls, please.
30-20 on occultism.
16 on Arcana.
32 on nature.
32 on nature.
which isn't that 20.
23 on occultism.
Okay. So, a number of you get this one. It is an interesting one because it is not a spell that most of you would recognise, not easily. However, the title of the on the scroll, once you dig into it a little bit further, it's called Worm's Repast. The spell. And with
Sounds concerning.
A little bit of digging into it, as it were.
A little bit of I connected these 2 points.
Yeah, a little bit of connecting 2 points. You do realise it was the spell that was cast on Nephi, with all of the horrible wriggling worms and things underneath. So you now have a spell that can a scroll that can cast that spell. There is one final item of interest, one which holds quite a bit of magic to it. There is a lantern.
Ooh.
However, this cannot be identified by any of the arcane, occultism, so on and so forth knowledges. This requires a crafting check. Somebody that is at least trained in crafting.
That would be Phelan. I mean,
That-
possibly me, but ideally Phelan.
Is Phelan or you, I believe.
Phelan
not me.
is. Phelan's expert in crafting, if that helps.
Well, it does mean that you can at least do it
I'll let-
as
I
Cam.
got 22 overall.
I only got 20.
Okay. Unfortunately, this is beyond your ability to
0
understand
points.
what it does.
Yeah.
Wouldn't help.
I
Oh.
don't know.
It was a really good roll for me to get that high.
I got an 11, so.
All of those things are in your loot bag, including the unidentified lantern at this point in time. Yeah.
In the bag of holding it goes.
Now, in addition to identifying and having a look at items and kind of keeping an eye on things, Moz being slightly less interested in doing that sort of thing, I guess. You know, tinkering with magic items, looking at scrolls, not exactly your favourite thing. You do notice a couple of things. Firstly, that screaming sound. It kind of kicks in every 10 minutes or so. It's quite faint. And you start to sort of move around to try and work out where all of this lot is, because the sound is clearly coming from through a wall. So you kind of look backwards and forwards. And you notice that there is a secret door.
Secret tunnel.
In the eastern wall, there is a door just there.
Yeah. Whilst we'll having found it, we'll slowly gather everyone's attention, point to it, lower the halberd, and then just wait till there's a general consensus, and then with a nod, knock
Okay.
the door open.
Additionally, before you do that, in searching around the table, Phelan also finds an iron key.
Okay.
Useful.
I need that.
And there's another short corridor. God damn it.
Another short
You can
corridor
still-
with another door at the end.
Which he just kicks open, because
Okay.
that's it.
Okay. All right. We'll move nice and quick, shall we? Okay. Before you move too much, before you guys shift around, the iron key is in your bag. Right. The walls of this circular chamber are smooth and grey. A flickering, nauseating ribbon of pale blue light churns in the centre of the room. Where the light touches the ceiling, the stones bubble as if they were infected flesh. Below, the light bathes a screaming, thrashing dwarf bound to a metal table, his body covered in blisters.
Is this someone we recognise?
So, Invert, no. Moz, not really. Maybe a little bit. But Phelan and Neffy, you do recognise this. You do recognise this person. In fact, this person. Because this is Laster Venkavale, the original owner of your tavern, your favourite tavern. This is the original. If you remember correctly, there was a dwarf that just wandered off into the night one night, and his mother ended up taking over the bar that he owns.
Oh, the alchemist's lab.
The guy that was the alchemist that runs the bar. Yeah, this is him.
Oh shit.
Well, he didn't go walking off into the night, did he? I think he got walked.
We might not want to get too involved in this right now.
Phelan's already in.
However, Phelan goes tomp into the.
And he's got the most health.
Okay.
Yep.
What I need you to do, Phelan, as you step into this, please, is to make a basic reflex save, please.
$25.
Okay. You step into this chamber, and that ribbon of light just seems to arc down towards you, and it just, within that sort of brief second, you just step very quickly to the side as it slams into the ground next to you. You know full well that if you are caught in this chamber for too long, then you have to dodge and avoid that, otherwise it is gonna hurt. And the reason why that becomes massively important to you is as you step into the room, from behind the table, you see light begin to rise up as a will-o-wisp that has obviously been feeding off the pain of this dwarf rises up to confront you. I will pause this and we are going to roll that wonderful initiative stuff once more.
Just run away until we feel better.
Pause. Right, okay. Inva.
I just said this. 19 on the dice, plus 7 plus 1 for 27? Does that add up right?
I mean, maths isn't my strong suit right this second, but it sounds about right. So
None of us are.
Yeah, 27.
27. Okay, good. Okay, Phelan.
17.
17. Neffy.
So it was 17 on the dice plus 9 plus 1, so 27.
27. Okay, again, Neffy and Inva, you're going to get to choose which one goes first. Moz.
14, 8, and 2. 24.
24. Okie dokie. It might well help your moods ever so slightly in the fact that you are going first, either Neffy or Inva, depending on which way round you want to do it.
I mean, Invar, if you were gonna heal anyone, now would be a good time.
No, I am absolutely not healing us so we can go into another fight right now. I am out of powerful magics. We are all injured. Phelan is mostly out of magic. The only thing I am supporting the party to do is back the fuck up.
So we're going in head first. Got ya.
So Inva's action is going to be to try to grab Neffy and stop her moving.
So technically that's an athletics check against a fortitude DC.
Sure,
Wait.
let's roll. It's
My
Neffy's
fortitude.
fine move.
So it's your fortitude save plus 10.
Well, I got a natural 20.
Oh, piss.
So Neffy is grabbed. And that's just
But
the
we
way
need
that
to
works.
save him.
Phelan, get your ass out here.
She's like kicking her feet out.
Oh dear. You can.
Well, Moz, drag him out.
Okay.
That's
Alright. Is that all of your actions?
I mean, I figure I'm probably going to have to restrain Neffy through her turn as well, so yeah.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
This is not how I expected it to go.
No, not I either, really. So that would make it, and I don't know why it's doing that. That makes it Neffy's turn, please. So you're grabbed. This means you cannot move and you are flat-footed. It doesn't, however, mean that you don't have access to your crossbow.
I was gonna say, I can still shoot the wit.
Yeah.
Cool. Guess his face. Look, I'm not in the room, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna try and shoot.
Yeah,
I
that's
did
fine.
reload
That's fine.
so yeah.
You're shooting over 2 party members past a tortured
It's okay.
door while grabbed.
It's okay. It was a nat 20.
Oh my god!
Crit.
Okay, so what's your bonus to attack again? Just remind me.
+9.
+9. So its AC is significant. I will say this. You, however, with even with cover and everything else, it's a nat 20. It's still a critical hit, and it is flat-footed.
It hasn't gone yet. It's flat-footed, yeah.
Yeah. So that is a critical hit. That would mean you roll your d6 for the crossbow because it's not your magical one, and you roll a d6 for your sneak attack. Add them together and double it, please.
That is 8, so 16.
16 points of damage. I will say this for free. That is a lot of its health.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reload.
Okay.
Do I try and shoot it again? Yeah. I'm gonna hero point that one.
Who did
That
it
was a
shoot
nat
in the
1. That is not very good. So that's a miss because that's a 14. So no.
Yeah, no, not even close. Not even close.
Nope.
Okay. Moz.
Get in there, Moz.
Looking over Phelan, how restrained is this dwarf?
It is manacled down.
Phelan has the key.
Yeah. Oh, this is in the category of dumb. Anyway, yeah, no, we're here, we're doing it. Moz is the opinion that we're here, so therefore we're doing it. How much space have we actually got to do this?
You can get to it.
Yeah, I can get to it. Excuse me, Phelan, deal with the locks. And Moz will barrel through. Reflex save, I presume?
No, that's at the end of your turn, so you are fine right now.
Okay. I would like, for my second action, to beat it with a stick. That is 11 plus 13 for 24.
That is currently a miss. You have hero points.
I do. That's going to give me 25.
That is still a miss.
For my third and final action, I'd like to beat myself around the head with a stick. I'd like to do another pop of the go-around thing.
Mm-hmm.
That would be mine. That's 8. That's a 14 plus 8, which is 24, which is still a miss.
No, it's still a miss, I'm afraid. Okay. It is its go.
Reflex.
You do need to make that reflex save, please.
Jeez, that's a 7 and a 9 for not much at all. 7, 14, 16.
That is a fail.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. You take... ...12 points of damage.
No, 11.
Okay. So the first thing this creature is going to do is it disappears.
That's what it does.
And then... What's your armor class, Neffy?
Ooh.
Oh, probably not very good. It is. Where am I looking? 18.
8 on the dice with a plus 17.
Good
Suddenly
God!
reappears
Well,
in a burst of electricity. For minimum damage. 6 points of electricity damage.
That would be. I can math. Okay.
Okay. Phelan, it is your turn.
Okay. So let's step up, pulling out the iron key, and start working on these shackles.
Okay. So move over to there. He probably was quite close to hand.
Yeah, it would have been in a belt pouch.
Yeah,
It is actually on my sheet.
Yep, that's fine. So I'll say that you've probably got to the first lock. You've probably been able to do the first one. He is, however, manacled down quite significantly. So one of the 3 that you're going to have to shift to get this guy off. But that is your 3 actions.
Okay. And on his unrecognizance, Olerin is going to move over there, potentially for biting the will of the wisp next turn.
That's fair. Inver, it is your turn.
Inver's distinctly unimpressed by just the whole thing.
Are you just
Arnie.
disappointed in me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Good.
Oh,
This thing is undead, isn't it?
Did you want a reflex save?
I
off me?
do, yes, that is entirely fair. I do need a reflex save. It is not undead. You know that these things are air elementals.
Yes, 20.
20, you will take half damage then.
Well, I'm going to let Neffy go, since it doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be achieving anything useful.
7 points of damage to Phelan
Okay.
in total, including the halving.
Yeah.
Is that an action to let her go, or is that a free action to drop the thing I'm holding?
Free, yeah, I would say it's a free thing to not be grabbing. In fact, technically, I believe at the start of your turn, if you have not turned it into a grapple, you automatically lose a grab. So,
then I'm going to use Chill Touch, since the thing's in range, which is a DC 19 Fortitude save, please.
okay, there's no attack roll for that. No. Oh, okay.
Attacks, shit, everything is save based, because that's how the character's built.
That's fair. That's fair.
Make the TM roll.
Fortitude save.
Yeah. It's an undead effect. Necromantic.
Now that's a 5 on the dice for a total of 15.
It's a fail.
It is a fail. It is not an undead creature though, so it will not become
It is in-
flat-footed.
Oh no, it's but it's okay, and it's not critical fail, so it doesn't get the enfeebled.
Correct.
It does take damage.
Hmm.
You take 4 plus 2 plus 3 for 9 points of damage, please.
Okay, 9 points of damage. Yep. the bluish glow that this thing gives off is diminishing quite rapidly.
And now, because nobody is on the floor,
In the
I'm
dinosaur.
going to run away. Right, no, there's a door over there. Try not to die.
That's legit.
Thanks.
Neffy, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try to die. I mean, not die. I mean, what's probably better? If I remember, they're really good reflex. Or am I wrong?
I mean, it's a flitting ghost type ball of light.
Yeah.
Given how
I
good
was
its
thinking it was
fortitude
quite-
I dread to think what the reflex is going to be.
Yeah, exactly. So I am going to drop the crossbow on the floor, draw my rapier,
Mm-hmm.
and stab it.
Okay.
Or try to stab it, should I say? That is 19 plus 10.
That is a hit.
29.
That is a hit.
Okay. And it's 2d6. But
2d6 plus...
It's
nothing.
because it's
Yeah.
the +1. Yeah. So, yeah, I've not got...
No.
It's not flat-footed or anything.
No.
Or the equivalent of. 6 points of damage.
Okay, that is still 6 points of damage though, so, you know, nothing to be sniffed
So
at.
drop.
You
Bam.
have one action
Yeah,
left.
that's me done.
You've got one action left.
No, I dropped.
That's free. Dropping is free.
Drones.
Dropping is free.
Oh, yeah. I'll try and hit it again.
Fish for that, nat 20.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Oh. That is a... No,
Fair enough.
21.
Then. 21. No, that is a no. Moz, it's your turn.
The wisp is in an awkward position. Because it effectively blocks my exit, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be hanging around in here much longer. How tough do those chains and manacles look?
Pretty difficult to break.
So I just smash the damn things.
Moz, you're getting knackered. At least get close to the door and hit the thing.
Alright. Moz will listen to advice for a change. Probably because he is so knackered. And on the way in, we'll attempt to whiffle bat. Aforementioned wisp.
Whiffle the wisp.
And then he'll take a second attempt to whiffle batting the wisp.
What did you get the
Okay,
first
that's an
time?
8. I got a natural 3.
Yeah, alright, fair enough.
But not much. The second is an 18. So 18 plus 8 is 26.
That is a hit.
Just.
By virtue of the fact that it is flat-footed because of where Neffy is stood.
Come on, come on. High dice. High dice. High dice. The opposite of what you give me so far.
2d10.
That's 10 plus 4 for 14.
Okay. It is still up, I think is the technical term. But it doesn't look like there's much of it left.
And I need to reflex.
You need to reflex.
God damn it, Leroy. That's an 8 plus 9 for 17.
That is a fail.
How many points of damage?
Well, let's see, shall we?
Stepped out.
Hey, trying.
Couldn't step
Literally,
out.
there's a wisp in the
creature
way.
Can move through its.
Nope.
No,
Can't move through enemy.
you cannot move through enemy creatures. You can move through allies, not enemies.
Yeah, fair point.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And what is it? What's the damage?
It is not too bad for you, so I wouldn't worry too much, but it's still bad. 9 points of damage.
Ugh. This thing's gonna go down. I'm on 2 HP. This has gotta go down.
It's also its turn.
Oh no.
Bad day.
Okay.
Which one of us is it gonna be?
Well, probably both of you, if it can have its way. It's gonna go for Moss first.
Mhm.
10 on the dice for a 27.
Yeah, that beats by 5.
Okay. Five plus 4 for 9 points of damage.
We're down 0.
Okay.
Unconscious. Good news is I get 4 rolls. I don't have 3. I have 4.
Okay. It's going to feed on the fear of death and heal.
Oh, hang on.
Uh-oh.
Actually.
Oh.
Hang on.
Oh.
You would be reduced to 0 hit points, but not immediately killed. Frequency once per day. Your fierceness in battle runs through your veins, and you're wounded. You remain at 1 hit point, but your wounded state is 1.
Yes!
Okay, ferocity. I refuse.
Yep. Okay. Fine. You are still wounded, but okay. So I'm not going to feed on fear. I am, however, going to try and zap Neffy.
Hey!
That's the other part of the plan. 6 on the dice with a plus 12 is an 18 to hit you.
Miss. I'm a 20 now. No, I'm not restrained.
Try that again. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm going to try and zap you again. 8 on the dice with a plus 7 is not going to do it. That's all of my actions. Phelan.
Okay. So I need to do 2 more locks.
You do. Yeah. I would say you probably also need to move to get to one of the, at least. So you're probably able to reach over to the one that's on his other arm, but to move to his feet, you'll have to move round to it. So I'm going to say you probably ended up at the foot of the table.
Okay.
But yes, he is now fully detached. I would then like a...
Reality?
Well, that's me. I would like a reflex saving throw, please.
13.
In total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This time you get caught by it pretty hard. So that is 10 and 4 more. 14 points of damage.
Okay. I tell our pal here to get the hell out of here if he can.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's a dwarf.
That is fair. He will start shifting himself. Right, that makes it Inver's turn, please.
Well. Well.
So, Inver's now halfway back to town.
No, Inver very deliberately stayed around, but out of the fight. Because it's a bloody stupid fight and we shouldn't be in it.
Oh, one other small thing actually for Inver. Could you just make a will saving throw for me, please?
I don't know, can I? Why?
Just do it.
So that natural 1 is going to get a hero point.
DM shenanigans.
Full 7 on the dice plus 8 for 15.
Okay. You, for this brief moment in time, you are stood here and you suddenly remember that chamber with the altar, or the table, whatever it is now. And you recall being tied to it. With Belcora's voice saying, "Your life is the first that will be taken, but it will not be the last until I have my revenge." And then a blue wisp of light just sort of connecting to your body and slowly draining it.
Did I die there?
Yeah.
Do I know?
You get this sudden feeling that this is where you died before.
Oh. Well, it's what I was down here to find out. I can fuck off now.
Hey, you can find out. Please! No, wait, what?
Plot solved, gone.
Oh, character arc completed.
Hold on, Phelan.
Yeah.
Ulrich should
Ulrich.
have had some biting at the thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Chomp chomp.
Would it jump?
Jump. Is he still sick?
No.
Carry on. Ulrich has a hero point mark on his sheet. Doesn't Ulrich have hero
No,
point?
Alwyn does not have hero points. You
Okay,
can
carry on.
spend your hero point on him if you wish.
Carry on.
Okay. I believe in V, you were having your moment of existential conclusion, and
Sure. Yeah. Well. But on the other hand, I'm not really a huge fan of these things if they're gonna do that. God, all of these cantrips get so much better when we level up. I can actually do dice damage rather than just multiplier damage. Fine, I will cast a 2-action harm on that thing.
okie dokie. So I get a fortitude save, basics, I believe.
Yep. DC 19 again.
Well, that's an 8 on the dice, so that's another fail. So
Good. Take 7 points of negative damage, please.
the light from this creature bursts in a not puff of logic, but you know what I mean. And it disappears entirely. In that moment, the dwarf that's on the table, with a little bit of extra encouragement from Phelan, I will have to admit, he doesn't manage it straight away, will get up and will run from the room. Under the assumption that everybody else does the same thing, I will state that that is the end of that fight. We can go back to some slightly calmer music.
Yes, Liz.
And that fight is over. And just for simplicity's sake, because even though this is a bit short and a bit of a short run, that is enough experience that you are level 5 now.
Yeah.
And as such, we will end it there. We'll let certain people get their spells sorted for next time, because we have all the character all the character sheets are done, so that's good. And all the story stuff and all the plot and all the rest of this stuff that these guys have to now handle, especially for a certain someone, can wait until next time. Because for now, say goodbye, players.
Goodbye,
Bye, players.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.